Hello, welcome everyone to the July 2019 GNU Radio Project Call. So we've been chattering on the stream for a bit now. If you were tuning in, I will crop that for the video on YouTube. But this is it. We're now officially starting, only 10 minutes late, not too bad. And we have one big agenda item, and you can say, well, only one agenda item. That's nothing, but I think this is a really cool one. And I have live here on stream the GNU Radio maintainer, Marcus, who can give us an update. What's this all about?
Hi, Martin. Thanks for asking. I did happen to find myself suddenly in front of my computer yesterday evening, and we finally pulled together the first release candidate for the 3.8 release. So something that we all been actually more than eagerly waiting for has happened. We are actually on track with a definite procedure of things that will need to happen before we can release 3.8, and that will definitely happen soon. So what we've got so far is but one critical bug report. So that's the reason why one does a release candidate. It doesn't look so bad. I'm pretty happy about that. We've mostly crunched down on a lot of outstanding bug fixes, issues that needed to be categorized, understood. And we came to the conclusion last week that, well, we are pretty close to what we can easily consider worthy of a release. And so we went in and actually released that. So if you go use your favorite Git client and check for new tags, you'll find the 3.8.0.0 minus RC1 tag, and that's our release candidate. So far, we've been in rather close contact with the distro maintainers. It looks like this is going to be very manageable. So I'm really looking forward to seeing 3.8 as soon as we actually release it appear on Linux distributions rather quickly. So I'm pretty happy at this point. What we'll do next is definitely, we'll go through the code and apply our formatting rules to it. Just a bit of background. GNU Radio has an extensive history, let's call it like that. And that includes a wide variety of coding styles. So last year, I think it was, we defined a desirable coding style. We formalized that in a Clang format file, and now we'll go ahead and actually implement that and apply it to all code files. I know that this is probably a rather controversial thing to do, like touching every single file just for formatting reasons. But we decided that, okay, this kind of code is hardly maintainable, so it was worth considering actually going in and doing that right before we actually commit to a release that we'll maintain for several years properly. So that's also like a big step. Would actually have a nice code base going forward.
Can I just say we have a grep for that? We've had it up for a while, and we do want to at some point in the future make it, people need to use the client formatting tools, but we will also make it a what's the word I'm looking for? We will not accept contributions at some point in the future anymore that do not follow the formatting rules. But luckily, there's tools that do everything automatically for you. So it's not something that people have to consciously think about.
Yeah. Also, don't be afraid to commit your first patch, whatever, because I have actually numbers that prove that we are one of the most when it comes to C++ projects, we're probably one of the most welcoming communities towards new contributors, because I've run the numbers from the 3.7.0 release up to the current commit, and I've just tried to sort out like how many individual contributors there were, and I came up with a list of 215. That's a lot. I mean, on the other hand, it's been a good 6 years since 3.7.0 was released, but it's still like one new contributor, unique contributor every 10 days. And that speed has actually taken up a lot in the last months and years. So I think we will be pretty welcoming to people that might hand in a patch that needs a bit of work. Well, we'll do it with you. So please adopt 3.8, which brings me to something that I wrote in the email where I announced that I will be announcing the release candidate yesterday evening. And that's something that 3.8 culturally and usage-wise hopefully changes for the better a lot. So Mark Lichtman, he's our documentations guy. He's the lead of all efforts that go into improving generated documentation. So he's come up with a concept, and I think we've plugged that before, but I really hope that whoever's listening to this actually goes ahead and looks into our wiki to find his new per block documentation page, which is meant to be, kind of like in quality, like the MATLAB documentation for every function that you might want to use, just for every block that you might want to use within GRC. It looks really good. It feels like a large improvement over what we're currently displaying in the documentation tab in GRC. And because it's so cool, we actually just added the URL to the individual wiki page that documents every block to the documentation displayed in GRC. So if you download the release candidate 1, build it, install it, you'll find that if you open the properties of a block and go to the documentation tab, it starts with a URL that you can directly open to find the wiki page that documents your block. If that block isn't documented, and let's be honest here, we got a single person working on that with a few helpers, that could be a few more. So, if you've got a favorite block that it took you a long time to figure out how it actually works, this might be a great time to improve documentation in a way that is comfortable to you. So I think I've talked enough for the moment. Martin?
I was just thinking we should have a block popularity contest. Okay, and so first, I mean, yeah, I think that wraps it up. We're super excited about the 3.8 release, and I don't actually say that I'm excited about things that often. This is genuinely something that I'm looking forward to, and I would like to echo Marcus in saying thanks to everyone who helped make that happen, and I also want to say thanks to Marcus himself, driving that driving that to execution, as they say in the corporate world. Okay, we have some announcements. The first one was we had European GNU Radio Days in France, Besançon, France. I was not there myself. I don't know if someone who was on the call was there.
I was.
Oh, I'm sorry, Marcus. Yeah, you even gave a keynote.
Yeah. Okay. I would say I've held a presentation that.
Okay, you're the maintainer of GNU Radio, and you spoke at the European GNU Radio Days. So
yeah, but I was amazed that it was awesome. So what I was saying was I was amazed by the quality of the other talks. So I felt that I didn't do so much as a contribute to that conference. So it was awesome, honestly. The university, like Jean-Michel Fried, set up a great conference. It was very it felt cozy. It was very well organized. The food was excellent, obviously, as expected from a conference in France. And the presentations were from all over the scientific to industry spectrum of the radio users and some physical backgrounds on that. So that was very, very interesting. I'm actually looking very much forward to going there next year. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I've just looked up yesterday. Jean-Michel sent around an email on the Discussing Radio list that linked to the videos, and yeah, they're online. So do have a look if you're like interested in that. I have a lot of favorites. Like there was radio astronomy. There was people who are in the business of distributing very, very, very high quality clocks and very high quality reference laser oscillators. So that was this like I always enjoy listening to applications of the radio that aren't like the very standard things that you do, like FM reception or like doing a simple digital radio. So this was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
Cool. Yeah, and of course we're all very happy that the GNU radio scene in Europe is becoming more organized and starting things by themselves. I will see if I can find the link to the videos. I mean, it'll go onto the minutes in this call. I think finally, I just want to give our usual plug for the actual GRCon. Not that we want to downplay the European GNU Radio Days, but there is like the official GNU Radio conference that is US based, is of course happening. Like things are coming together very quickly. A lot of like the first round of submission acceptance or rejections have already gone through. So we already know a part of the schedule. And if you want to go, then you should definitely buy your ticket soon, because in August the price will hike again. So there's like the super early bird ticket price is already long gone, but like right now we're still in the, I don't know, regular early bird ticket price, or whatever it's called. In August the price will go up again. Of course, if you can't make up your mind yet, that's fine. We will have tickets available even on site. You can walk in and buy tickets there. But I'm just saying, you don't have to waste your money. Go buy your ticket right now, and that would be good. It's in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm just gonna say that again. The dates are September. Oh, man. September. I never remember the
16th.
There we go. 16th through 20th at the Marriott at the Space and Rockeson in Huntsville, Alabama. Yeah. So
kind of topical.
Absolutely, yeah, exactly. That's all we have for this month. When I say that's all we have, this is like one of the biggest announcements we've had in a while, so I don't feel bad about that at all. Even if it's a 13-minute project call. Last minute additions to the agenda. Does anyone have anything else they want to bring up?
I would add something. Similar to the GNU Radio release candidate, will be a Walk release just before the GNU Radio 3.8 release, just to put it out there.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty logical also. Yeah. Oh yeah, and we could announce that there's probably gonna be at least some GNU Radio folks around at the KSU Communication Camp later in August, in near to Berlin. So, if you're there, come talk to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other events? Nope. Okay. I'm just going to paste all of Jean-Michel's email, by the way, into the agenda, because he also published a book of abstracts. So that's pretty nice. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Have a great month, and then see you later. So let me think. So August, there will be another project call, I think, although it's possible that people will be on vacation. And then it's likely that we will skip the September one because of proximity to GeoCon. Just an FYI. All right. Bye-bye, everyone.